Okay, I think we can probably get started here. Let me see if I can remember the rundown. I think one of the biggest things is, this is a community. We're all working together to try to make Falco the best it can be. So, and part of that is being, nice to one another, or as Bill and Ted would say, be excellent to one another. And if you can sign in on the HackMD sheet, so let us know who all attended. That'd be great. And if you have any agenda items you want to add to the agenda, feel free to do that. Is there anything I'm missing in terms of the announcements?
This is a recorded community.
Oh, right, yes.
If you do not want to be recorded, please just turn off your camera. And we adhere to the CNCF's code of conduct. So yes, please be kind to each other. So yeah, thank you. You were almost there.
All right. Yeah, sorry, missed that one part. Yeah, so first off, is there anybody new on the call that wants to introduce themselves? I don't think there's anybody new, but just wanted to check.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever met Samuel, so I'm sorry, Samuel, if I don't know you. I'm Jackie.
Yeah, sure. Nice to meet you. I'm Samuele, and I'm a student at the University of Venice. Basically, I'm here because I'm working on a project which will be the starting point of my master thesis. And that's it.
Samuele was super helpful in starting polishing finally the test infra repository. So he's starting helping us moving some of the jobs into into GitHub Actions and move out stuff from Circle CI as well. And he co-authored the secret management tool PGen. So
Oh, very cool. Thank you.
Nice. Well, welcome. It's great to have you.
Thank you.
Okay. Does anybody?
Yes, it's a pleasure for me to work with you. Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, like I say, we're excited to have you aboard, and if you have any questions or things that you want to contribute to, this is certainly the place to do it. So excited to have you. So is there anything before we get to the agenda? Is there anything that anybody wants to bring up that's not on the agenda, or any questions or anything like that? All right. Let's get to the agenda. So it looks like first up would be Jason talking about test case scenarios. I can hand you over to you, Jason.
Yeah, I'm not able to share my screen right now, but if anyone can, I just wanted to show the issue to everyone. Can anyone share the screen right now?
I can if you have a link that you want me to.
It's just the link that I linked in the agenda, basically the tracker issue.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. 1 second.
I mean, we can also go on without it. I mean, it was just to. So I mean,
I
just
can share. Let me try sharing 1 sec. Sorry. Kick it off and I'll figure it out. 1 sec.
The context is just basically. So we used to have regression tests only for Falco in the organization, and they are currently written in Python. Most of us were not super happy about it. I'm referring to the Falco security / Falco tests that we currently have. So we had issues with the CI being kind of slow and heavy. Just to mention, in the past, before I think Andrea optimized it, we used to carry a workspace of about 4.5 gigabytes just to run those tests all around Circle CI, which not only was burning our credits, but it was really slow and not optimized. So I started this initiative of creating pretty much what we had in Python in Go, with the hope that people will contribute to that more than before, and to have it more maintainable. So this ended up being this repository that I donated, I think, 2 weeks ago, and I got like a good feedback, and some folks stepped in and volunteered to maintain it. So what I opened here is basically, this is a collection of all the Falco flags, configuration fields, and I don't know, environment variables, all the stuff that we don't cover in the Falco regression test so far. Those are not all important, I must say. All the relevant stuff is early tests, but in my opinion, we don't have those many points in the organization that may be a good starting point for contributors to, have a first contribution. And, this is a new one, basically. If you want to start and you have a very basic Go experience, it is the only requirement. You can just starting off and creating a PR in this repository, trying to add the test for Falco, and this will probably contribute to have a full coverage of all the CLI arguments and all the ways that the tool can be used. So this will not be perfect, but if we increase this stuff, we will end up having much less trouble every time we release Falco. So this is mostly like a help request from me and the other maintainers of this repository. So anyone is welcome here. Just wanted to give visibility about this. So please be your guest. Anyone who wants to open a PR.
Okay.
Awesome. Oh, that's great. Mauro, do you want to talk about the ETE test?
Yes, we can do some more testing. As some of you may recall, a few months ago, I wrote like some end-to-end tests for the libraries. Not many people have actually tried to run them, but the ones that did try to run them locally were slapped in the face because it's not as straightforward to run them as just being like make E2E tests. So finally, after a lot of time, I got some time and I made it so it's easier to run, or it should at least. And that's basically it. The PR is open, and I like anyone that wants to just run the tests to do so that you can go into the PR and be like, hey, it's failing, so I can make them even more accessible. And that's basically it.
All right, well, thank you. That's just really good. It's really important aspect of Falco to get testing in there. So this is really fantastic work. Really important.
Thank you.
Jackie, do you want to talk about blog documentation?
Yeah, so I had actually started this a while ago. And we kind of, when we started the documentation overhaul project, I put it on hold and I never published it. So it's now that we're doing, like, now that Ajamal is leading the website revamp, we were like, yeah, we really don't have instructions on or any sort of guidelines on how people what kind of content they should be submitting for the blog, and the instructions on how to submit a blog to the website. So that I'm gonna open a PR, and I welcome everyone's feedback, but Tomas already taken a look at it. I think it was Jason and Leo had taken a look at it a while back, but I'll link that poll here and just open it to the community for feedback. That was it.
To add a little bit of context, I think a lot of people in the community, they already know what kind of content goes into the blogs and how to add them. And I think the goal is to maybe in the blog section of the website have a button saying contribute to the Falco blog, and lead to the GitHub MD file where it has concise and short instructions on how to contribute or what to contribute, what to talk about. And I think the goal is to ultimately make it very easy for a new contributor to come and suggest interesting things to to publish. And yeah, I think that was the context on why we would want to have this instructions.
Yes, thank you, Ajmal. Yeah, sorry, I'm still waking up.
No, it's good, and I think that's a general, like, in I guess, like, some of you who've been attending the last few calls, some of you already know that we're working on, like, adding more useful content to Falco website, and I added, like, the PRs that we are working on, and I will, like, keep, like, bringing those to these meetings. So we're working on a separate branch, like, all the changes are happening on the separate branch. This is so we do not confuse any users, with the new things that we're adding, because, styling is different, and then it looks very different from the current website. So if we start adding new pages with new styling on the current website, it might cause a little bit of dissonance here and there. So we want to avoid that. And we're working on a separate branch, and we are constantly, like, rebasing it to against the master. So once we have all the changes in, we can merge it. And the biggest changes, again, like, as I mentioned before, like, is adding, like, content called, like, about Falco, which we talk about Falco use cases, Falco, what is Falco in general, like general architecture, like high level introduction, and everything else, like in blogs, docs, trainings, and other sections won't change. We're adding yeah, I think it will be easier to show you once I have a little bit of a few more pages, like, to present. So hopefully for the next meeting, I can just show you, like, work in progress website instead of just talking in abstract terms. So, but I wanted to give some background on the progress and existing PRs.
Great. And is it, just make sure I'm pronouncing it properly, Ashmahal?
Yeah, that's correct.
Great. Thank you. No, thank you. That's really nice. It's really important. The website, I know, through the community and through the Slack channel, I get lots of questions about documentation. So it's really great that you're working on that and putting a lot of effort there. So great. Is there anybody else that either has something that's not on the agenda, you want to introduce yourself or anything of the like?
Yeah, I have a very small point regarding the last point about the Falco website. First of all, thank you. It's a huge work, and I want to say thank you again. And one thing that I would suggest is just I see there is a pull request that's currently WIP that basically is the pull request of that want try to merge the revamp branch into the master. Okay, I believe we should cross-link other pull requests just for visibility, because otherwise one who take a look to this pull request don't see the other several pull requests that are made into that branch. Okay, this is just a suggestion.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, we'll do that.
Perfect. Thank you. And other than that, completely different topic. I just wanted to give you a small update. I believe more than 1 month ago, I have a proposal. I did a proposal to create a GitHub projects to basically having more visibility on the Falco roadmap. I recently talked with other maintainers, and all of us agree on that. Also, we will probably want to do a monthly meeting between maintainers. I talked with Mauro about this yesterday, and I want just to give you the update that I'm working on it. So probably very soon we will open a GitHub project put all the issue, all the current work stream inside it, and then we will iterate more on the roadmap. Just this.
Okay, great. Is there any other comments, questions, anecdotes?
Leo, do you want to give an update on graduation stuff?
Yeah, on graduation, basically, yesterday, Justin said that he will take a look very soon to Falco. I believe he is performing an adopter interview. And this was also confirmed by a private communication with the CNCF sponsor. So basically, right now we are just waiting for them. Also, I guess no, actually, I'm pretty sure we are out of time to get graduated. I mean, to initiate the voting session before KubeCon, because on March 17th there is a quiet period of about 8 weeks. So I believe we will have some other updates in the near future, and then likely the TOC will vote after the KubeCon event. This is the current status, but in general we are in a good shape, I would say.
Cool. Alrighty.
Okay, anything else from anyone? All right, well, I think we can close the call and everybody can enjoy the rest of their morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on what part of the world you're in. Okay, have a good one. We'll see you next week.